What are the political risks to the economy of Pakistan?
Basically, to the economy of Pakistan itself, if there is any stability politically, we would not be bringing in any foreign direct investment. Recently, after the SIFC, we have seen there's improvement of around $500 million of investment, and total amount goes to $1.9 billion right now. So, given that we have made strides and improvements in the last 2.5 years.
What are the characteristics of good governance?
Good governance is basically governance that works in favor of the governed, sir. UN has laid out different characteristics of good governance model. One is transparency. Second, it's participatory. Accountability, sir. It works for in a way that is inclusive and make sure that everyone is involved, sir. Sir, accountability is another measure, sir.
Usama, in Pakistan, minerals is a purely provincial subject, right? So how come the federal government is negotiating and taking the lead in dealing with the US, especially related to these minerals, rare earth minerals or whatever?
Any province, given its consent, can hand over the dealings to the federal government itself, and given the foreign nature of the contracts involved, I believe the federal government is best placed to deal with the contracts, sir. We have two currently big foreign contracts going on. One is Ricodic, which was recently re-evaluated to around $7.7 billion, sir. And second, we have recently entered into a contract with the US Strategic Minerals amounting to around $500 million.
Better please.
Thank you, sir.
You could name?
Usama Ehsan, but
Usama, what is your family background?
my mother served in the Pakistan Army. My father was a businessman. He passed away, sir.
What's your basic education?
Sir, I hold a BS in psychology from Foreign Christian College, which I graduated with the cum laude distinction on a merit scholarship. Prior to that, I did my A levels from Lahore Grammar School, and that's my basic education, sir.
And what is your pastime activity?
Sir, I like to read books, and I regularly go to the gym.
Usama, what are the most important events which are taking place in Pakistan these days?
So recently we had the 27th Amendment, which is defined as a watershed movement.
Okay. This is on the constitutional side. Go on the other events.
Sir, we on the western flank, we have tensions with Afghanistan, sir. Apart from that, India is conducting Trishul on our eastern flank, sir. And sir, in the Balochistan area, we have interest from US, and we have talks about US acquiring Pasni port, but it's still in the speculative
Recently,
stage.
on the economic front, especially on the economic front, there were some important initiatives which were finalized by the government of Pakistan. What were those?
Sir, I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to.
मैंने आपसे पूछा है कि इकोनॉमिक फ्रंट के ऊपर सर्टन इनिशिएटिव गवर्नमेंट ने दिए, सर्टन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स भी अवार्ड किए, वो किस फील्ड में थे, वो क्या था?
Sir, I'm not sure of the contract, but recently a Roshan energy package was launched by the PM for subsidized electricity to agricultural and industrial sectors. Prior to the package, it was 38.
What are the prospects of offshore oil drilling in Pakistan? And what is happening in that direction?
Sir, different international firms have shown interest in drilling. A Turkey-based firm has shown interest.
Did we award any contract to those firms?
Sir, only for exploration purposes right now, because currently we are not really sure where those reserves lie exactly. So only for explorative purposes.
What is the history of our relationship with Jordan?
Sir, Pakistan was engaged with Jordan during the 1967 Arab War with Israel. We sent our fleets to support and some pilots for, pilots, sir. We had a famous pilot who also shot down many Israeli airplanes during that war.
Is it a myth or reality?
Sir, it's a reality. He was actually a Bangladeshi pilot. And now,
Is it a recorded history of Pakistan or simply Sina Gazette जिसे बोलते हैं?
sir, given that he's a celebrated war hero within Bangladesh, so I believe it is a reality, of course.
What are the other military agreements with Jordan in the past?
Sir, apart from
Did
that,
Pakistan Army ever served in Jordan? And why?
sir, I'm not exactly sure.
Remember General Ziaul era?
ब्रिगेड था पूरा आपका वहाँ,
It was Black September.
led by General Ziaul Haq, the then Brigadier Ziaul Haq.
Right, sir.
Why did we showcase our military strength to Jordan yesterday? And where was that?
Sir, basically, King Abdullah of Jordan made a visit to Pakistan, and to welcome him, we gave him a welcome with the flying jets alongside.
वो तो ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
But we showcased our military strength yesterday. In which area? And what happened?
Sir, I'm not exactly sure, sir.
Are you familiar with the Tilla Jogian?
Yes, sir, it's a region in Pakistan.
Where is this region? And why it is
I'm
famous?
not sure, sir.
Huh?
I'm not sure of its exact geographical position.
Yeah, district Jhelum में है. Do you are you familiar with the idea of this concept of natural law?
Natural law emanating from the state of nature itself, sir.
Can you quote examples how natural law helps in making societies?
Sir, basically, natural law are based on the natural phenomenon itself. For example, if we say that sun rises in the east and sets in the west, so it's a natural law that dictates how the state of nature itself works. And when conveyed that to
I'm talking about
the
the evolution of society and
Yes,
the
sir.
evolution of
Yes, sir. I'm referring, making an analogy to make a statement, sir. So, if we get that analogy to the very human nature itself, so the law of nature states that there are some intrinsic such characters that are immutable and that cannot be changed within the human nature itself. So, one such characteristic within human nature is a need for order, so that human society itself can function well. And from that state of nature and from that natural law, we move towards a social contract, and we made sure that there is a overarching authority under which the society can function.
Are you familiar with the 25th constitutional amendment of United States? 1960 or 61 probably.
No, sir.
It created a history. Have you read the American Constitution?
No,
Is
sir.
Is it not part of your syllabus in the CSS?
Sir, I read their political system, but not all the constitutional amendments in of and themselves. Sir.
Last question. What are the political risks to the economy of Pakistan?
Sir, basically, Pakistan was going through an institutional deadlock, and things were in a static condition. But after the 27th Amendment, attempts have been made to smoothen the deadlock that we had. So there's a smooth transition of power, and there was a crisis between the judiciary and the executive branch itself. And given that how they were put against each other in a way that there were always petitions on constitutional, so a separate constitutional court has been established to make
Political risks to the economy पूछा था मैंने आपसे, constitution development के बारे में नहीं पूछा था.
sir, so
My question was regarding the politics and economics.
So, sir, basically to the economy of Pakistan itself, if there is any stability politically, we would not be bringing in any foreign direct investment. Recently, after the SIFC, we have seen there's improvement of around $500 million of investment, and total amount goes to $1.9 billion right now. So, given that we have made strides and improvements in the last 2.5 years, we see that any political order.
Usama, you are student of public administration. What are the characteristics of good governance?
So, good governance is basically governance that works in favor of the governed, sir. UN has laid out different characteristics of good governance model. One is transparency. Second, it's participatory. Accountability, sir. It works for in a way that is inclusive and make sure that everyone is involved, sir. Sir, accountability is another measure, sir. And apart from that, sir, it works on a way that is corruption free, sir.
Where would you place rule of law?
Yes, sir. Rule of law is another important factor, sir.
Do we have all these elements in Pakistan?
Sir, Constitution of Pakistan in essence mandates rule of law.
I'm talking about practice, not about what is written in the Constitution of Pakistan.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, so we have been trying to move towards that ideal, but currently we have around 2.2 million pending cases in the courts of Pakistan itself. So that goes against the very nature of rule of law, because justice delayed is justice denied itself. So I believe currently we do not have the ideal conditions, sir.
Give us a walk through the Freud's interpretation of dreams.
Sir, basically, Freud believed that dreams are symbolic representations of our reality itself, and there are some latent messages within the dreams that we can interpret to understand a human being's psychology itself, and to understand the suppressed desires, so that we can gain a deeper understanding of the very human itself, sir.
What, in your view, are the major social and economic problems of Pakistan? Name three.
Sir, currently, socially speaking, we were ranked last in the gender disparity index. Sir, apart from that, apart from gender, I believe that we have great disparity of wealth, sir. Oxfam currently reported, sir, in the latest report, that 10% of Pakistanis hold 42% of wealth. And lastly, in the social sector, sir, I believe that we have a education crisis. Currently, around 25 million children are out of school. And sir, apart from that, on the economic end, I believe that we have a great debt to GDP ratio, sir, which is currently standing at around 70% in total amounts to.
What is the tax to GDP ratio of Pakistan?
Sir, debt to GDP ratio, sir.
Debt.
Yes, it's 70%. And sir, secondly, to your point, sir, tax to GDP ratio is very low. It's around 15.7%.
It is not at all 15.7%.
Sir, the latest
Tax to GDP ratio.
sir, we collected around 11 trillion.
Collection की तो बात ही नहीं हो रही.
Yes, sir.
Tax to GDP ratio is around 10%, something like that.
Yes,
9
sir.
to
There was a
10%.
figure of 10%, and
We'll be very happy if it is 15%.
yes, sir. I did go through the 10% figure, but in a subsequent report, it was reported to around 15.7%. And the World Bank mandates that it should be around 22.3%, sir. And sir, apart from that, we have circular debt in the energy sector, which currently stands around 1.7 trillion. So I believe that given that such different kinds of debt that are suppressing
What
debt,
are the landmarks of district Narowal?
sir, it's gateway to River Ravi. River Ravi enters Narwal for the first time, Pakistan for the first time from Narwal. Secondly, Kartarpur corridor has been in vogue in the recent news, sir. It's a big and historic monument in Narwal, sir. Sir, apart from that, we have a railway bridge on the near Kartarpur, which was blasted during the 1965 war. It's considered a local
Did the
monument.
recent rains and floods cause lot of damage to Kartarpur?
Yes, sir. Sir, it was subdued by the water itself, but thanks to the local district administration, it was cleared within the next 2 to 3 days, sir.
Ji Bhatt sir.
Sir, thank you, sir. All right. Usama, in Pakistan, minerals is a purely provincial subject, right? So how come the federal government is negotiating and taking the lead in dealing with the US, especially related to these minerals, rare earth minerals or whatever?
Sir, there are some subjects that can be better dealt with by the federal government, like we saw in 2012 that drug regulation was given to the state at the federal level. Given the
But
analogy
right now,
itself, yes, sir.
right now, minerals are purely a provincial subject.
Exactly, sir. But any province, given its consent, can hand over the dealings to the federal government itself. And given the foreign nature of the contracts involved, I believe the federal government is best placed to deal with the contracts, sir. We have two currently big foreign contracts going on. One is Ricodic, which was recently re-evaluated to around $7.7 billion, sir. And second, we have recently entered into a contract with the US Strategic Minerals amounting to around $500 million. So I believe the international nature of these contracts puts the federal government in the best place given the consent of the province, sir.
So, but what happened historically? You mentioned Rekodik. So, what happened in Rekodik, dealing with the Rekodik incident, especially with from the Balochistan High Court, or
Sir,
not, with the Supreme Court of Pakistan? What was the decision?
Sir, basically it was originally a Tethin copper company which entered into contract in 1993 with the state. What happened was that during the Iftikhar Chaudhry, when he was the Chief Justice, there was hue and outcry about minerals being stolen. It was a populist movement, and given the popular sentiments that people had, Iftikhar Chaudhry cancelled the contract ab initio, given that it was considered completely void. But when the same thing was taken to the Center for International Disputes, Pakistan was given a penalty of around $6 billion. But there was an out-of-court settlement in 2022, and currently the corporation and the Pakistani government are working together, sir, in tandem, sir.
So recently, we have seen US is cozying up with Cambodia, right? Do you have any knowledge about that, and why is US is doing that?
Sorry, sir. uses
US is closing, having a good relation, trying to have a good relation with Cambodia.
I'm
Pete
not aware
Hegseth
of
was there, their defense secretary. Why do we do that?
I'm not aware of the Cambodia issue, sir.
What are the difference between grants, aid, and loan?
Sir, loans basically are money that is transferred to an entity that needs to be paid back at a future point. Aid is one that is given without any obligation to pay it back, sir, and it's basically for reconstructive purposes. But sir, given that grants have some strings attached, and for example, if IMF grants us with a certain amount, it also dictates how those amounts are going to be used in the reconstructive and development process, sir.
Telling us about the suo motu powers taken by the Justice Iftikhar. And recently, in the 27th constitutional amendments, these suo motu powers have been supposedly withdrawn. So, what are your comments on this?
Sir, there is a point where judicial activism becomes the judicial amendment of the constitution itself. There was a certain Sindh High Court case in 2007, sir. It was considered a judicial constitutional amendment, sir. So I believe that given that the parliament is legislative supreme, so any such move or act should be the sole prerogative of the parliament.
What are
itself.
the other examples of these judicial activism which changed the course of politics in Pakistan? Other decisions of the Honorable Supreme Court?
Sir, in general actions or particularly
No, I'm talking about the suo motu powers and their actions.
Sir, apart from that,
Okay, thank you.